Hi everyone, this is Jennifer from Junk Journals by Jen, where journaling is about the journey. Is it? I didn't sound sure there, but it is. Happy Saturday to you. How are you all doing today? Today we have a special video listing my top 10 junk journal tools. This list is my opinion and was really hard to narrow it down to just 10. I didn't include the basics like glue and scissors that most people already have on hand. I was kind of thinking of a great beginner's Christmas wish list, to be honest with you. I put them in order, with number 1 being my very favorite. Keep in mind, this could change on a day-to-day basis. So number 10 are pink clips. I get these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and they really come in handy. I use them to hold signatures together when I'm binding, to keep my journal open when I'm working on it, to keep my place when I need to. You get the idea. I use them all the time, and they're so inexpensive and so handy. Why would you not want them? Okay, number 9 is my sewing machine. Now, I debated about putting this on the list because I don't want anybody to feel like you have to have a sewing machine to make a junk journal, because you don't. I didn't have one for a long time and had no problem making journals. I got mine for Christmas, and it's exclusively used for journal making. I don't know how to sew clothes or anything else. I only sew paper on it, really. But I'm just enjoying it so much, it had to go on the list somewhere. And if you are wanting one and don't want to spend a bunch, I've seen them at Goodwill for $20 and at Walmart for under $100. Now, I have a project here I've been working on and some examples of things I've sewn. Like, for example, here, I used to sew these on by hand, the lace on the edge of my signatures. So much easier with the sewing machine, and it looks a lot better too. And then these snippet rolls, I've sewn these on just right down the middle and then glued it to the page. And I've sewn, I have some tags in here that have been stitched around. Really adds another level to your projects. Okay, number 8 are rulers, but not just any rulers. I have here a couple of metal rulers, and the first one is just a simple metal ruler with a cork back. It is handy for tearing paper. Works like a charm. So much faster than cutting all the time, and you get this cool edge that holds ink really well. It's also great if you want to cut. The cork holds it and keeps it from slipping, so that's awesome. Now this one it's a tearing ruler also, and it has 2 sides. One is not as severe, and then one's really severe. So if you put this down here and then tear with it, you're gonna get a really uneven edge, which is kind of a cool look. Isn't that neat? Okay. Number 7 is my jelly plate. Now, I love my jelly plate. This is the one I have. It is an 8 by 10. I also have some shape ones. I don't use as much, but I use this with stencils a lot. And I do have a tutorial for beginners on how to use a jelly plate that I will link below. The great thing about jelly plates is that if you have one, you will never run out of background pages, or you never should run out of background pages for your journals. I've got here some examples of ones that we did before in the bird journal we're working on. These are just a few examples of some background pages I've made with the jelly plate. Also, if you like what you see here today, please go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for your support. Number 6 is my die Machine. This is another gift from my husband. And I have the Sizzix Big Shot. That's what this one is. I'll go ahead and show you how it works real quick. You have to have a piece of paper that fits in there. So let me cut this down just a little. You just take the, it's got this sandwich thing that you use. You have one plexi, you put your paper on it, you put the die with the sharp side down, you put the other piece of the sandwich on top, or the other plexi. You put it in till it grabs, and then you crank it. Sometimes it sounds alarming, but that's just how it is. It's fine. And then you've got a tag with the hole already cut out and a really cool edge around it. Okay, see? So that one is number 6. Number 5 are inks. Now, I know some people don't like to ink. I use a lot of the Distress Oxide inks by Ranger. I like that you can use them with water. I think that's a really cool effect that they have. Sometimes they'll change color, bubble, so you can use them in a lot of different kinds of projects. For me, I do like to ink. I find it a therapeutic part of the process of making a junk journal. However, if you're only going to get a couple, I would recommend getting maybe a brown, a black, and a green. You don't have to have a million inks. Some of us go overboard and collect them. I know I do. I'm guilty of that. But you can just get a couple, or like I've said before, you can use shoe polish, makeup, other things for ink. You don't have to spend a ton of money buying inks, but I do like these. They work great. They last forever. I really enjoy them, and so they're on my list. They make great stocking stuffers for you if your husband needs any ideas, or anybody who's shopping for you. Doesn't have to be a husband, I guess. Okay. Number 4 is a bone folder. There's nothing like the feel of a bone folder in your hand and the crease that you get with it. I've tried the backs of scissors before, and that works, but a real bone folder is just an awesome tool to have, and there's nothing else like it. I don't know why. Number 3, circle punches. I have all sizes of them. I use them for lots of things. I use this one all the time for little embellishments or for punching thumb holes in envelopes and in pockets. I use this one for embellishments. This one I use a lot to make belly bands, or let's see. I've got a side tuck right here that I made out of circles. I make bookmarks out of circles. You can make all kinds of things out of circles. You'd be shocked. I could probably do 4 videos just on circles. So I love my circle punches. I am not great at cutting out circles myself, so I invested in a few good circle punches. Number 2 is my corner chomper. I used to have another one, but it didn't work so well. It was finicky about the paper being either too thin or too thick. This one does multiple pages at a time, or a single page, a thin one. It'll do either 1/8 of an inch, which is this side, or 1/4 of an inch, depending on which way you put it. And it does it no problem. So this is a really handy tool. Obviously, you can cut a corner by hand, but you know, if you want to spend money on if you've got the extra money and you want to get one of these, I highly recommend the corner chomper one. And last, but certainly not least, my number 1 most favorite tool that I use every single day is the Crop-A-Dile. I have the Big Bite. I love it so much. I use this. It's good for punching holes. It's good for setting eyelets. I use it when binding, making tags, putting on decorative eyelets. And let's go ahead and just put one on real quick. I'll show you just how easy that is. Let's just grab one of these. We'll just do a black one on here. All you do after you've punched your hole in there, which mine was punched on my die machine, you just come here, you push this all the way to the left. You make sure this is on the big squasher and then the big button on the top. You put that right in the middle of the eyelet and squeeze with one hand. That's it. That is on there. Isn't that amazing? So easy. All right. Today we talked about my top 10 list of junk journal tools. Remember, Christmas will be here before you know it. Hope you found this helpful. Come visit me at my Etsy shop, which is linked below. That's all today at Junk Journals by Jen. Remember, journaling is about the journey. See you soon. Bye.